Welcome everybody to episode 248. Break time yet of the Dumb Marks podcast, the best wrestling podcast in all the land. I'll be your host this week, Donald. Gentlemen, how's it going?
Doing all right, man. How you doing?
You good?
Burned out, as the title. Break time yet? Last week, all wrestling. The weekend, heavy wrestling. This week, heavy wrestling. Is there a break sometime in there?
Next weekend.
Breaks are for suckers.
You get a 1 weekend break and then two night SummerSlam the following weekend.
We're back at it again. Yeah. Very, very long day watching wrestling. I mean, just trying to get like some of my normal activities in was rough. Trying to, consume everything for this week.
Yeah, I started the week off with water coming in through my chimney, and I ended the week by waking up at 4:15 this morning to drive 2 hours up to drop my son off at reserves and drive 2 hours back. So I've already put in a work day.
And you done me what I'm gonna do all day.
Yeah.
How much coffee are you on right now?
This is the second one of the day. So
Steve starts your screen starts like glitching down there. It's not anything. It's just Steve just shaking around down there.
Yeah, right now the extra shots of espresso are hitting, so a little wired right now. We'll see in about an hour from now whether or not the crash happens. But yeah, man, we're here at TNA Slammiversary. It's a huge weekend for TNA. We'll get into that later on because I got into it a little bit. I got into a little bit with people on the internet this week regarding TNA and some other things. But
I've said it internally with us, but the first time on this show that we all know what's going on with TNA.
Yeah, probably the first
hey,
time
listen, Donald and Jay can hop on the bandwagon, but I've been on the TNA bus for literally the 5 years that we've done this show.
I'm still not on the bandwagon.
I'm still not on the wagon. I just needed something different to watch, and TNA was in town, and there we go.
Yeah. So
WWE and AEW was kind of different.
I do get what you talk about every week, Steve. I do get it.
Speaking of something different to watch, not to jump in on your intro, Donald, but I just want to throw this out there because I found it last night as I was up perusing TV, trying to fall asleep, knowing I had to wake up at 4 a.m. Did you know on the Roku channel that NWA has their own channel now?
Yeah. Them and Wow.
So I didn't. I know TNA was on there, but I didn't know Wow was on there. But I stumbled across the NWA last night with episodes of NWA Power and turned that on, and I'm like, that's a good get for Billy Corgan and the group down there to get on to have their product seen, because I'm finding myself more and more that I'm in the Roku Live app watching TV than I am anything else, and I'm paying $100 a month for YouTube TV.
I understand.
So, yeah, but good get by those. Good get by those.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get into today's show. Today's show, we got our Mount Rushmores and our mushes. We have Slammiversary predictions, and also we have
This guy already.
And then we also got a little debate this, and the topic for the debate this will be the 12 most important title changes in WWE history. A list I didn't come up with, a list that I found. So we will debate that.
You're dropping the game in the intro, getting people prepared, setting up the show. Look at you potting this morning. That's the red bandit today. The red bandit. We'll actually, that's not a bandana. That's a red T-shirt. You cut the sleeve off of and put it on your head.
It's just a headband. That's all.
I think you got Hulkamania on the back here. Turn around.
Oh, got that.
It's Donald Hogan up there. It's Donald Hogan up there.
If it don't say Hulkamania on it, it's something else, Fred. What else does it say on there?
47.
47.
All right, so let's get into the intro topic this week. I had an intro topic, but then I scrapped it last night because I found something more interesting. So we are going to do This Week in Wrestling History, and This Week in Wrestling History will tie into our Debate This. So
this guy is bookending the show. Look at him. He's setting up the show better than Tony Khan did Dynamite on Wednesday. It's unbelievable.
Yes. Expect that this week.
So let's start with the most recent one, and we'll work back in time. The most recent one is 4 years ago. WWE came back in full capacity from COVID-19. 15,000 people in Houston. VKM came out and said, "Where the hell have y'all been?" So my question with this is, has wrestling really came back from COVID all the way back, or are people still somewhat so-so about it?
No, it's
worst
back.
Decision ever.
Yeah, it's back.
I miss the Thunderdome. I hate fans. Give me the TV screens.
I would agree with Jay. Fans over the last year have been just brutal. Bob Evans. Outside of international crowds, fantastic. 10 out of 10. U.S. crowds, worst fans I've ever seen in pro wrestling right now. The worst.
Yes.
When it came back, I will say the Thunderdome helped because you got people got over in the Thunderdome and had a chance to shine, and they had to rely on their promos just themselves. So that helped push them into where they're at now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not to throw a juxtapose into the question, but if we don't have COVID in the Thunderdome, do we get the tribal chief bloodline run that we got for 4.5, 5 years that's still ongoing?
I don't think we do. No, I don't think we do. The WWE was running on fumes during that time.
Crazy. I mean, 2019, 2018, 2019, 2017, arguably worst years in WWE ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have one sit down, one camera shot of Paul Heyman next to Roman Reigns and a global pandemic. And next thing you know, you're in your biggest boom era since the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
But I know Chris wasn't a fan back then because you got Roman talking during matches. You got everything, but like
fell asleep on many of Roman matches back in the day.
No,
but now he acknowledges tribal chief, don't you?
Hey, the OTC one is here. OTC one is here. And that's not the original tribal chief. That's only the chosen one. Mm-hmm. Is the new moniker. Only the chosen one.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, so he's Drew McIntyre. Just recycling that shit now, huh?
That's the counteract, the QB one that Cody's going to be calling himself coming up here soon.
Oh, he's already calling himself that. So,
all right. So let's get into the next This Week in Wrestling History. 12 years ago, Jason's favorite, Charlotte Flair, debuted in NXT. Has Charlotte been one of the most controversial women wrestlers out there?
I also believe 10 years ago, this week, wasn't it their call up on Raw?
Yes, it was.
In Charlotte. So a double dip of the Charlotte.
Something Jason really wants.
Yeah, double dip of Charlotte.
Controversial? No. Polarizing? Yes.
You want to talk about DEI hires? We bringing up 47 earlier. That Flair name got 14 titles, 10 of which came in the first 2 years of her main roster call up.
What is that nepotism?
Why would you have built this storyline?
I mean, I'll give Charlotte her credit. I mean, if you watched her in NXT, she put in the work in NXT.
Yeah. NXT, yes, she did.
I mean, her and Natty's NXT match could arguably have been the kickoff to the women's revolution. But I mean, everything that's been done since she's been up on the main roster, you can't deny she's arguably, in the Mount Rushmore conversation for women's wrestlers of this generation. And when her career is all said and done, arguably going to be on the Mount Rushmore period. But much like, Shador Sanders, you might as well just induct her in the Hall of Fame right now based off of Flair being her and winning 14 championships. Hell, if they win the tag team titles at SummerSlam, her and Bliss, you might as well just put her in the Hall of Fame right now. Have a separate induction ceremony just for Charlotte Flair Hogan right then and there.
Just let y'all know this bandwagon's full. It's a one-man ride. That's it. I ain't getting in this car. I don't want to hear no Charlotte Flair. I knew it. She's the best. I don't want to hear none of it. I feel y'all coming on board. Nah.
No, hey, listen, I'm gonna stay true to what I said. The Machine babyface run of Charlotte Flair went into full effect about a month ago, and you see her getting the cheers and everything else. We just need a couple more slight tweaks as far as like what she comes out to the ring in. We don't need the 60-pound robe that barely holds her neck up in it.
That's not gonna
maybe a slight change to the music, but then you'll have full blown babyface Charlotte Flair, and
when listen, you said
her and Alexa, yeah. Her and Alexa Bliss have the chance to be what MJF and Adam Cole were in AEW.
I had my family watching Evolution, and my sister loved their intro. Just them going back and forth. I'm like, nah. Right.
Yeah, bro.
That's what you want to watch that.
That's what they're looking for, though.
You're like the one-man wagon. That's it. That's it. All right, and then the final topic for this week in wrestling. Then this will tie into our debate. This CM Punk beat John Cena at Money in the Bank 14 years ago today, and he left the company. How did that blur? Yeah, quote unquote, left the company. How did that blur the lines in between kayfabe and real life?
Work shoot, brother. I don't know if it was necessarily like a full-blown work shoot where people thought, oh, he's really gone and not coming back with the belt. And that's me just off the top of my head. I'd have to sit here and think about it. I don't think it's as much of a work shoot as, say, Matt Hardy and Edge storyline with Lita and Matt calling in the bite this to confront Lita and then with Todd Pettengill, and Todd Pettengill's like, wait, is this really Matt Hardy? Like,
that was no gloves. That was lawless back then.
Yeah, call it in and called her by her government name. Amy, why don't you tell me what you did? Like, look, I always said pro wrestling is the best whenever you are able to blur those lines of story and reality. And did it do it at the time? Yes. Was it like a ground swell changing moment in the history of pro wrestling? I don't think so. Looking back on it, I even forgot about it until you brought it up right then and there. Like, it's not one that immediately pops into the forefront of my mind, so to speak.
That was the summer of Punk, really. Pipe Bomb and Money in the Bank and all that. I think you knew when he left, he wasn't gone, like the way they played it, but it made for an interesting story for that summer.
I could tell from my point of view, because I just started getting back into wrestling from my 6-year break. So, with me with the kayfabe and all that stuff, I didn't know what was going on, just coming back into it. And I was like, oh, this man really left, like the wool was pulled over my eyes. Like, okay, he left. And then them playing it up, the next couple of weeks with him not being on there and doing that title tournament for the belt. And I was like, wow, this has really happened until, when he did come back, and I was like, okay, you got me.
Speaking of blurring the lines and story versus work shoot and coming back, did you guys see the trailer this week for the WWE Unreal on Netflix?
I didn't watch
it. So I watched it, and it's the complete opposite of what they said they were going to do by the trailer. It is an all access AEW backstage type show. It's not in the writer room type show like they said they were going to initially. So I don't know if they didn't put any of that in the trailer to make it come out as the episodes air, or if they saw the comments, conversation, backlash, etc., and decided to pivot what they were going to put out as far as that type of show, because this just looks like backstage stuff
Just
and
all access.
before the show starts. Yeah, the same thing AEW did
Yeah.
24.
with their show.
I'll watch the first episode. I'll see how that goes, and if I continue on with it.
They ain't revealing all the secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Like I said, they definitely if they changed up and pivoted to what this new show is going to be based off the trailer. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But they completely sold a false bill of goods of, hey, we're going to show in the writer's room coming up with storylines, characters, who gets over, when they get over, the discussions, all that. That was not the vibe that came across in that trailer at all.
Was
They
McMahon
lied to you? They lied to you? I mean, we'll see, but
Yep.
You're just gonna get a show with Dwayne talking the whole time.
Yeah.
and that hot sauce.
All right.
Well, we'll see if he comes back at SummerSlam, as is per the rumor and innuendo. So
all right, so let's get into the show itself. Rob, Mount Rushmore's this week. Who would like to start?
you're the captain of captain. Call somebody out.
Well, I'll start then.
There you go.
I'll start. My Mount Rushmore this week is chemistry across the board. When you find that dancing partner with you in the ring, it could tell the perfect story between moves, a story and moves. And you saw that with Rhea and Io, and you saw that with Kenny and Okada. So with me, chemistry across the board, moves and story. You find that dance partner, perfect. And I think I found a new one with Mercedes and Tony. I don't know how many times they fought before, but they look like good dance partners together.
Evolution as a whole for Ty's Mount Rushmore. I will say Evolution was my favorite show of the weekend last weekend. It hit the sweet spot of matches, psychology, story, length of pay-per-view, nostalgia, wanting to see more of certain feuds. Like they hit home runs like the Derby on Monday, left, right, and center. Like they were spraying the ballpark with home runs. Pause.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Evolution was my favorite for sure. But back to your question with chemistry, or your Mount Rushmore with chemistry. Can as great as chemistry is, and we've seen Okada Omega, and granted, it's 7 years after their last match. So people were saying it was the weakest out of the 4 previous ones.
They're a lot older now.
Yeah.
Give them grace.
Still go out there and do it.
Yeah.
Right. So like how important is the chemistry to have? Like without the chemistry, are you doomed to have a bad match or a bad story or a bad feud if you don't have the chemistry?
Not always.
And what's more important, because like we've seen people who have chemistry back and forth on the mic and everything else, but when they get in there and touch gloves, it falls apart. And that's like, you bring up chemistry, you look at what the Young Bucks did with Ospreay and Swerve, but with FTR, it's not that.
Not that.
But you would think on paper they would have that chemistry to put on just instant classic every single time they touch.
And that's never delivered the way it should.
And how many times did they fight each other? Like 3. We'll just say 3 in AEW.
Yeah.
I mean, you can look back at those dance parts like Rock or Stone Cold and Bret Hart. To me, chemistry every single time they got in the ring. Taker and Shawn Michaels, chemistry every single time they got in the ring. It was a hit.
Rock Stone Cold,
right? So I think some of the more memorable matches are with those partners that had that chemistry. But I can't think of one where they only had one or two matches and that was it. That left me wanting more. Like maybe and I'd have to go back, but if you go back, maybe Savage Steamboat, you only remember the WrestleMania 3 match, but I don't know how many other times those two got together, right?
Yeah.
But Steamboat and Flair, it's lock them in a ring forever and a day and let them go at it. You know what I mean? I don't know how many of those you can point to and say, oh, these two have great chemistry. I wish I would have seen them more.
Okay. Like the way you put it there, just like 2 matches and just a cutoff and just I want more of that.
Yeah, it's why? Yeah, why did we only get that 1 or 2 times?
Yeah, I mean, it's even one of the matches that's kind of triggering in my mind right now is I think that we all kind of thought we were expecting more out of the match was whenever Jimmy and Jay fought at Mania.
That's what I just put.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that's on them. I think that's the time they were given and not being able to do what they wanted to do. They only got 6 minutes.
All super.
Jimmy and Solo had a far better match than Jimmy and Jay.
But Jimmy and Solo also had more time to cook than Jimmy and Jay.
True.
Suck it, Taquan. No, I mean if you only give them 6 minutes, what are they like? What can they do in 6 minutes?
It'll have to be like a Brock Lesnar, Goldberg type fight. Just
damn the finishers.
Yeah, but I mean, got to maximize those minutes though too.
All right, Chris, Mount Rushmore,
Mother Wayne. Woo. To quote a mutual friend, God damn, dog. No,
yo, that's not it.
Bro, shout out though.
Yeah, you want to talk about being late on the bandwagon? Y'all couldn't see that from I don't know the entire time she's been there. It just took the white shirt to put you on to that game.
All in too. I mean, again, I don't even know if she's been on lately, but how little I've been watching. But I've noticed her before, but I noticed her at All In and Wednesday. No, my real Mount Rushmore, I'm giving it to Tony and Mercedes. That was my match of the weekend.
DJ, we don't need that on this show.
Yeah, I mean, Tony and Mercedes individually deliver. I mean, I really, with Tony's entrance, I really expected her to drop that title on Saturday. I thought they were giving her the over-the-top entrance a little bit more than Mercedes. And I think we all kind of thought Mercedes. And
you thought Tony's entrance was more than Mercedes?
It was Mercedes just Tony,
Mercedes had the car with the robe with everybody she's beaten listed on it, all the names, the cheerleaders, wearing each one of her belts. I wish they would have. That's the only thing about that entrance, and we can get into entrances because the Young Bucks don't ever give them a special entrance ever again. Ever again.
That was the worst one of the weekend.
It was the worst entrance I think I've seen.
Yeah, I don't need a history lesson.
But Mercedes. All commentary had to do was or they could have did a close-up of one of the cheerleaders wearing a belt and then pan out so you see the other 5 with the belts on as well. If you weren't paying attention, you would have missed it. It's where's their belts at? Well, the cheerleaders had them on. So could have shot it a little bit differently.
She
but
was only there for a while. But great match. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed All In overall. That was actually my event of the weekend. But there's criticisms there, but
3 hours of I could have done without and a lot more, but
yeah, give the Mount Rushmore deserves Tony and Mercedes,
and they still didn't get a 5-star match.
No,
and they still didn't get a 5-star match.
Is your name Osprey?
Omega?
You know, like those are the only ones that get it.
who was it? Just
Hangman and Mox got it. Osprey, Swerve, and the Bucks got it.
And I
And that was those were the only. Well, I didn't see the star ratings from Bandito and Takeshita. That was arguably match of the weekend between those two on Friday night. And Takeshita's off in the G1 now, so we won't see him back till that wraps up.
That's why he was putting everybody over.
Yep. Gotta take some time away.
Yeah.
But look, I mean, me and Jay have the argument all the time: Mercedes versus Charlotte. And again, when does Mercedes have a bad match? Doesn't happen.
early on.
Doesn't happen.
Her first few matches in AEW.
How little does Tony have a bad match?
She doesn't.
Not as this version of Tony Storm with a timeless Tony. There may be one or two in there. But yeah, I mean, she's hit every single time she comes out. She's so damn over.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. Like
that crowd was so into her on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way they shot the promo from her on Wednesday.
I was about to say that, yeah.
In the balcony, black and white with the spots of color, like it fit her to a T. I hated the venue for other things, and we can talk about that too. But
she said the whore you can't ignore, and I'm like, click.
Well, you would have definitely turned off the post All In press conference when she was out there. Thank you for keeping all 4 lips clean.
It did everything she was saying at the end of the promo to Athena.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The only thing I wish they would have changed about that segment is if I needed Athena live in the ring.
Yes.
If you would have had Athena live in the ring, standing on a turnbuckle, looking up at Tony, and they're doing that back and forth, Athena's promo hits way harder than the video. Like, if you're going to put Athena out there, put her out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure she's there.
Yeah. Like, and if this is her like official call up on the AEW roster because she's doing the Athena Elite Wrestling gimmick, which is tremendous. I love the tagline. I can't have her come up and not only come up and lose to Mercedes, but also lose to Tony. So you're starting her off 0-2 on the main roster after she's been champ for 977 days or whatever it is at this point in time.
Mm-hmm.
But where does Mercedes go? Who's next for her, Chris?
Who's TBS champ right now? Oh, she's TBS.
She is.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where Mercedes is going to go next. What other titles doesn't she have?
There's a couple out there still.
I'd want to see either Willow, Stat, or Julia.
I mean, we've done her and Willow already.
Yeah. Done her and Stat, but I don't think it was done her and Stat.
But I don't think either one of the Willow or Stat, it felt like a definitive end.
Don't just give me a match to give me a match, though.
Yeah. That will be what Julia
does.
That'll be what Julia just be, you know.
That's what AEW does.
Yeah. Jason, Mount Rushmore.
I'm gonna give a 1B real quick to Bill Goldberg.
Nope, not doing it. Shut up. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
If we're gonna do that, I'm gonna give Adam Cole.
No, absolutely not.
Not for the that match was better than I expected.
No, if he's your 1B, Gunther better be your 1A Mount Rushmore because Gunther carried the entire 14 minutes.
Spoiler alert: we'll come back to Goldberg later.
I think it's on the same wavelength.
The unanimous.
My Mount Rushmore is Evolution, but women from Saturday to Wednesday delivered the whole way through.
Women's wrestling.
Soul running 3 days back to back. The women cooked the Great American Bash. Evolution, the first hour of Raw, the Fatal 4-Way on AEW, all delivered for me. But Evolution is my Mount Rushmore, just because it was like the perfect pay per view, 7 matches, little to no story, not story, but promo packages in between. You didn't
It
have
had
that
wrestling.
Yeah,
It
just
had wrestling.
the match, and they all delivered. That's my Mount Rushmore.
can't knock it because it was my favorite pay per view of the week.
Do you feel? I feel out of everything that's gone on this week, going back from last Saturday till now, NXT got the short end of the stick. I feel Great American Bash might as well just never even have happened because nobody talked about it after Saturday. After
Even
Sunday
stories.
with Naomi cashing in, and then Tuesday night, you like as much as they set up Slammiversary and some of the things that happened on that show, like you heard nothing of NXT this week, and I feel like they got the short end and got caught up in the bubble of being overshadowed with everything that went on.
I thought that was supposed to overshadow All In, though.
And that's why you don't have counter programming.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. You did your business a disservice.
Yeah.
That could be another topic.
Yeah. So there was a lot there. Jay, Chris, you had I had 3 Mount Rushmores laid out because I figured 2 Ians were going to pick 2 out of the 3. Chris went with Mercedes and Tony. Jay with Evolution as a whole for him. Mine is Io and Rhea. We talked about it with the chemistry already. Like, my God, what a match. And then the cherry on top of that Sunday was the cash-in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everything was laid out perfectly. There was one hiccup, and the camera caught it. They went away and then came right back to it
with the bell ringing.
With Naomi hitting Io with the briefcase.
Okay.
Mm.
So Naomi went to cash in. They made the cash in. She took the briefcase back. Io was already set up on the rope to get hit with it. Naomi turned around. They didn't do it right away. They announced the cash in, then she turned around and hit her. It's like, all right, you blew the spot because you cut to the camera too quick in the truck and didn't get the announcement. So that was the only hiccup out of everything that they laid out in that main event.
And I think the first bell came too early.
Yeah, they rang the bell, and then Naomi didn't hear it, apparently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the announcer was still talking, and she was waiting for the announcer to be done. Then the bell to ring.
Yeah, that was the only hiccup. But everything from entrances to that main event closing was spot on, perfect. Wouldn't change a thing about anything they did. And now we're off and running. You get a triple threat, which I'm fine with. You run it back. You had to cash in, so that's out of the way on the women's side. And now you can have Io and Rhea put Naomi over again because she pins one of them to establish her as champion, which AEW dropped the ball on this week. And you're off and running with Naomi to set up a feud with whoever she wants on Raw, probably leading the Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris. So
can't say anything wrong. Yeah.
Booked to perfection.
Yep. When the end of the match was coming on, I was like, man, what's going to happen? Because the ref been out for a while. They beat the hell out of each other in the crowd. I was like, what's going to happen? Because everybody's kicking out as soon as Naomi's music hit. I'm like, oh, dang. Again, you got me because I wasn't looking forward to that.
Like when I sent over you guys, I see the vision. When the ref got knocked out, I'm thinking Bianca's coming out of the ref. because she's still legit repping. I'm like, this is. I was like, I'm not gonna say Steve called it.
I mean, I didn't have the cash in happening then on the bingo card. I was putting it out there, you know, at SummerSlam. But yeah, what a way to end the show, cap off a great pay-per-view, and you still left the story out there that Rhea has not beaten Io.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can circle back to again, right? Because it's still there. That's still the one kryptonite piece that we haven't seen Rhea overcome is beating Io Sky. So
long-term storytelling.
Job well done there. Oh, right. And Meltzer, go bleep yourself. How are you going to sit there and say, oh, they completely ruined this match. They're up there fighting in the stands. You get a dive and everything else, and this is a championship match. And how long is the referee going to be out? And yada yada yada. Do you not watch AEW and what they've done?
You didn't watch the main event of All In?
Have you not? Yeah. Well, the main event of All In is different because that was the Texas Death Match. But have you not seen some of the other title matches where, I don't know, MJF and Adam Cole are in the stands and a fan's beating up MJF for 20 minutes? Do we not remember that happening and some of the other things? Like, he could have been my mush this week with the shit that he was putting out. But there were bigger fish to fry this week on a mush side of things. Besides Meltzer and his stuff. But
that match, and Tony and Tony and Monet deserved 5 stars. I even put triple cut out there.
But he'll even sit there and say, like, oh, I gave him 4.5. It's almost 5.
Almost, yeah.
Just give it 5.
Quarter. Like, no, give me that extra quarter of a star.
All right. Let's head into our mushes this week. I'll start off again. My mush, the NXT and this wall, this gimmick wall through the family thing. How many people are going to get put through this wall? I swear it's like once every 2 months somebody gets put through the wall.
That was the same wall Carmelo and Braun went through, wasn't it?
Yes. They went through. Who put somebody through it? Jordan put somebody through it.
It's no different than the guardrail. Guardrail's going out every week.
Yeah.
I actually really like that match though. Like for as bad as the story was with the family, the match was really good.
Yeah.
So kudos to those 3 guys for putting on a really good match because they had dog shit to work with leading up to it.
And then now this could end the family, break them apart. Just do whatever else. I mean,
Tony left the hat, so hopefully it's on.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah,
new gimmick.
Yes, everything got to be done with that.
Don't worry, it's NXT. We'll circle back.
Yeah, somebody get put through the wall this week. Just waiting for it.
Just when I thought I was out.
He'll steal Luigi Primo's gimmick. NXT's Pizza Man.
Chris?
It'll be.
Why was this man on every interview afterwards?
He did one interview, but seemed like every single interview afterwards.
Yeah, I think there was a couple of clips that were surfacing, but just bad mouthing, the build up, the match. Let's not forget that you got injured during your preparation to your last match and just hobbled your way out there and just was even worse than what it should have been. But like 20 minutes, like that match deserved 20 minutes.
You want to build?
I got 14.
Man hasn't had a 14-minute match in his whole career, but we'll give it a 14-minute match his last match.
I was surprised he lasted 14.
But yeah, him sitting there talking about, like, oh yeah, like I expected more from the build-up. I expected a bigger moment, blah, 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 blah. Just like,
what do you want? What do you want? WrestleMania main event?
Yes, I think that's exactly what he wanted. Like you got exactly what you deserved.
I was already tuned out when he was no selling chops. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah. Oh, and then he was saying, he goes, oh, like, He goes, I didn't mean to like laugh that off. I wasn't trying to like bury him with that or anything like.
Yo, he said, I thought they would have hurt more. You buried the man that has the most credible chop in all of professional wrestling. Nobody sells chops. Everybody sells Gunther's chops.
Yes.
Not 60-year-old Bill Goldberg.
But if you took it, hey, you took it.
Now
And
we're
I get it.
No,
I get-
I'm sure that shit legit hurts. But if the man took it,
I get from a character standpoint, him kind of taking the chop and looking at it like, oh, it's Goldberg. I can wrap my head around that, but don't get on afterwards and bury it.
Yeah.
After that man carried you to arguably your greatest match in your career, not one night, your entire 28-year career. That man gave you your best match.
I think he expected to win the match too, because during his speech afterwards, he goes, "I've never lost in Atlanta," and something like that. Like I'm sorry to disappoint or something like that. Like you could, the facial expression that he gave just was like, "I've never lost in Atlanta," and then just kind of like rolled his eyes. Like, did you expect to win? Like,
then why not pull out? You could have had it. We could have had different.
Pause.
If you knew you were losing,
but DJ said he built different.
Yeah. So then, now this week, everybody's just like, "Oh, Goldberg's gonna have one final match in AEW now." Like, if I see this man back on my screen at all,
Well,
if he comes back out, man, I'm calling Kevin Nash. Where's the cattle prog at? Where's Hogan at?
where's Brett? Where's Brett? Bring back the metal chest plate.
Like, come on.
Supposedly he's going to tell all in 2 weeks. He said on Hawani, 2 weeks. I'm going to tell all. I'm going to give the full story.
2 weeks.
Nobody
He's my
cares.
bush again.
Yeah, who gives a damn?
What are you building up to?
Tell all. Got a
Another
book coming
match.
out.
That's exactly what it'll be. Another match.
Look, and then, the whole complaints about, oh, you think they would have cut off Cena's speech or Undertaker's speech? It's like, bro, you were on live network TV.
Yeah, you were.
They
You
don't
on a
care
schedule.
who you are.
You on a schedule.
It don't matter. Michael Cole looks so shook in that ring. He looks scared for his life to tell him. You can literally see Cole 15 seconds. He looks scared for his life to say that to Goldberg in that ring in that moment.
Sorry.
But to WWE's credit, what did they do? As soon as it ended, they put it up everywhere, blasted it out on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
I'd say it went live on Peacock.
Yeah, live on Peacock, on all social media platforms, right up on YouTube, the full speech, everything. It's like, bro, what more do you
It's out
want?
there. Yeah, it's out there.
They
They got to cut the other stuff. They got to cut the other stuff. I told Chris.
Let me ask you this. Did Undertaker get one final match in a ring and give a speech?
No,
Did Undertaker get that?
He drove off.
No, he rode his motorcycle off in a Sons of Anarchy ending in a cinematic match that was filmed in front of nobody. But you're out here bitching and moaning.
I told Chris, I was like, man, him and Ryback just need a podcast together. Just bitch back and forth to each other. Because they both wanted the same.
Yeah.
This man has never spoken a positive word about the wrestling business in 30 years. Never once. We get it. You don't love the business.
Yeah.
Then stop coming back and trying to milk it for every freaking penny out there.
Yeah.
Why does he keep getting paydays if he doesn't care about it? Why didn't they learn their lesson in 2004 when he left? And that should have been the end of it.
Go back to building hot rods.
Oh, my son's dream is to play in the NFL, but if he don't make it, he has wrestling to fall back on. Not after what you said. Gage Goldberg ain't never going to step foot in a ring after what you said.
That's when you cut off the nepotism. Like, we don't do that here no more.
Until Charlotte Flair Jr. shows up.
Yeah. We have a place called Evolve. You can hang around.
Yeah, there you go.
Undertaker leaving boots and hats in the ring is not the same. Of let me load 100 people into this ring and give a commencement speech at graduation. Nah, get your freaking principal old ass off the stage. We got kids to celebrate. Call their names out. It ain't about you no more, Bill.
That was my favorite thing. It was all about the kids during my career. Just like it was.
Yeah, okay.
I know he said that more than once before, but really, I'm pretty sure the past 20 years have just been payday for you.
I'm not happy about the build. It was only 3 weeks. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Walk out to the ring.
Do what he always do. You're next. I'm gonna spare you. That's it.
Your knees were shakier than Kyle in the South Park episode whenever he added growth plates to it. And he's
that
playing
first
basketball.
In the lockup was just like, oh, it looked treacherous.
You were known for saying 2 words. You're next. What are we doing for? You want a 6-month build?
You get a spear and a jackhammer finisher. Like that's your career. That is what you've been paid for your entire career.
Yeah, you've been the Mike Tyson of pro wrestling. You've been the 20-second knockout artist that's just come in and destroy people. And you want this big elaborate Okada Omega 90-minute match in Sendai?
No, DJ, I did not see that, DJ.
Mike Tyson. Nah, that's Landers. Landers to Mike.
And then Gunther won the match. They rolled him up like a rug and was like, "Yeah, get out the ring. This dude got to speak." Like what?
You're complaining because your high school football coach was over in Ireland and you didn't have enough time to get him to fly back into Atlanta. First off, that man got to be 107 if he coached you in high school. Flying back from Ireland is a life-threatening flight. You're putting that man's life at risk.
Come on, dog. This is wrestling, man. This is. Oh God!
You still want to give him that nomination for Mount Rushmore this week?
Just for the match because it was better than I expected. But
Jason, Mount Rushmore.
Mush.
I mean, mush.
It's this build to SummerSlam. I hated that they lumped the triple threat for Naomi, Rhea, and Io, just out of nowhere. Like you're doing this stuff too much back to back. It's not working. Will the match deliver?
There's no build to your second biggest pay-per-view of the year.
No,
exactly.
2 nights. First time, 2 nights.
Yeah.
And we're announcing matches like you said, Jay. We got a steel cage match announced last night. We got a street fight for the title announced last night.
We're gonna have one night.
There's your build.
Next week we're gonna have an announcement for a tag team ladder match at SummerSlam with the titles hanging up with all 6 tag teams on SmackDown.
So you make it 2, one for Raw and SmackDown.
That'll be on SmackDown.
Like
they will get a burn. That'll be on SmackDown. Yeah, that Cody and Cena street fight came out of nowhere. It was like, whoa.
That was a trash build.
Because all them did one, so they got to do one now.
Me and Netflix talked. I'm not going to show up. Like you could have done something.
I actually loved what Cena did. I actually loved that last night. Nah, I'm taking SummerSlam off. Emotionally, I'm not prepared for it. I love that.
But to come out and do it, I'd have done a live via satellite.
We're killing wrestling.
You get nothing with John Cena. And people are talking, Cody had on the Rolex that The Rock gave him, and he's turning heel. And you saw the exact moment when they switched places last night. No, you didn't. You dumb marks.
They were looking into
There was no double turn last night, you idiots.
Everybody want to be the first to call first. Yeah. I called it. And so you just throwing shit to stick to the wall.
Fickle.
They gaze into that.
I did like that for the first time. I don't remember them shooting a contract signing where they have both people up on the screen at the same time.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like I like that, but that's what people are pointing to. Oh, you could see they switch places right there
in that moment.
No, they didn't.
He gave me the Tomlin Aaron Rodgers wink, like it's time.
No, you go. No, you go. You go. No, you go. What are we talking about? What are we doing?
Steve, your Bush.
What got the blood pressure more than Goldberg?
Goldberg was my mush, but since you picked it, I'm going with my backup. Yeah, Squeak. Give me Tiffin Tristan.
You've watched that how many times this week, Squeeze?
It's been on repeat. He's gone to the Rolodex a few times for that mental check-in moment there when needed. AEW. You can only capitalize so many times with certain things. And you had the greatest non-WWE pay-per-view ever ran in the United States on Saturday with All In. From an attendance perspective, from a gate perspective, from a merch sales standpoint, you've had everything. And you follow up with that on Wednesday night? There were 3 segments that I liked out of that entire show. The Hangman promo, which, hey, Goldberg, take notes. It's not about me. It's about you, the fans. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for riding with me. I thought Hangman's promo was fantastic. Tony, the way they shot that promo, and then the face-off between Okada and Swerve. Outside of that, you literally killed all momentum that you had built up. These 6-man, 8-man, 4-woman matches for $200,000, 16 men's matches for $500,000. Either Tony Khan is the greatest troll, or he's the worst booker ever and has no idea what he's doing. 6 years into booking.
Yeah,
more
bad.
The second.
It was bad.
He's booking it. He's booking it too much like New Japan overall. And I don't like that because New Japan just runs events. They don't have weekly TV. You have a weekly TV that you should be giving us something week to week, but instead you're just giving us New Japan events every Wednesday and Saturday.
And then you throw the 2 people who wrestled in a 40-minute deathman match on Saturday. You put them in a 6-man match and have them wrestle. And you don't even have Hangman pin Moxley. You have him roll up Claudio. A roll up.
The champ.
On Claudio. What are we doing?
Can't bury Moxley 2 days in a row.
Moxley should have never been on TV on Wednesday night.
Should have been there.
And he definitely shouldn't have been wrestling on Wednesday night.
Agreed.
If you want to have Hangman wrestle, the way you set it up in the beginning of the show when he's cutting that promo, before he ends off, he points to the belt and say, "You didn't see this belt for 8 months, 9 months. I'm a fighting champion. So anybody in the back that wants to fight the champion, I'll see you in the main event." And you could have rolled Joe Black out there. Great. That would have did more for Hangman as champion than him rolling up Claudio.
Yeah.
When Moxley's standing across the ring from him.
I'm trying to think because you guys know I haven't really been watching it, but I'm trying to think, back to what I've seen, was there a lot of build up with Hangman beating Death Riders going into All In at all?
That's all he
No,
did.
it didn't.
But like, who did he beat? Because I'm just wondering
he
if
was
just
just
Claudio.
brawling.
Okay, because
He
I was
didn't
just
beat
thinking, like,
anybody.
if there were matches, was Claudio like the last person on his checklist or something?
No, just a
No.
bunch of brawling. That's it.
No, you had him roll up Claudio, and then the Death Riders got heat back, allegedly, for Darby Allin to get a spotlight put on him, standing on top of a balcony. For Hangman to hit a buckshot lariat and end the show. That's it. Wrap it up. What are we doing? Did the venue look cool? Yes. But you go from 30,000 people to 1,400 people or 1,100 people?
But that's what I'm saying.
Based
That's
on the
exactly what
venue?
New Japan does. Like, they do Tokyo Dome, then they do a hall the very next night. Like, that's him doing that style of booking. Again, it's American audience, so you would think that you're booking more to that, but he's booking in his own little world more than anything.
Well, I mean, this is their residency for the next 6 weeks. So they're going to be there for the next 6 weeks. just like they did Texas residency last summer.
I was going to say they're getting ready to do 2,300.
So
it makes no sense.
You got to cut costs. What's going on over there?
no, they're not cutting costs because they're signing CMLL wrestlers to dual contracts. Let's add more wrestlers into the already inflated roster.
Yeah, Steve, I'm with you. He should have treated it like a Raw after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate what you have, then get into the next story with your champs. Not have like an off night for like your people and have, like you said, 8-man tags, 20-man tags, and all that stuff.
Bro, after Hangman's promo, you got Kyle Fletcher versus Mascara Dorado. You had MJF cut a promo. You had Adam Copeland come out and cut a promo and spear Stokely. That's your first hour and 5 minutes of Dynamite. Why would I stick around and watch that show? And then you wonder why it only did 588,000 and a 0.15 in the demo.
No, they're not asking that question. We might be asking that question. The internet trolls are asking that question. They're not asking that question. They're happy with what they're getting. TBS is happy with what they're getting. Warner Brothers is happy with what they're getting. So, and again, and I'll say it again, as I've said many times, if you have a problem with it, stop watching, because until that attendance dips below a Big Bang Theory rerun, they're not going to change.
But also, and the way that he laid out All In, I talked about it when we gave the predictions, and this is the last comment because I know we got Slammiversary to get into and then the game. But you killed all momentum of your show right from the start and took the life out of that audience. You opened up with the 6-man tag, which was fine. The Ops got the crowd hot, and then you immediately stretcher out Samoa Joe. Stretcher out Joe. So right there, you killed any high that the crowd was on because you had to do an injury angle on Joe at the pay-per-view because he needs to go off for Twisted Metal 2 to promote that. I don't know why you couldn't wait until Wednesday night to do it.
Yeah. I like
shoot a backstage segment and air it on Wednesday night. Don't do it right after the match on the pay-per-view.
I saw some people talking about it that it made sense for one less person to help out against the Death Riders on Sunday night in the main event, but they could have taken more out. I felt like, and that's
they took out him and Osprey. They took out Joe and Osprey. That was it.
But they're still champs.
So Darby and Danielson replaced Joe and
after the match.
Yeah. So you see, you have the champ, and you took him out to go filming, but you keep the belt on him.
So they couldn't put on the Death Riders.
Filming's done. He got
the promotion.
He got the promo.
Press for it.
But not only that, right after that, what do you get into? Adam Cole's
speech,
quote unquote retirement speech.
No, it was Battle Royal or Casino, then Cole.
Like you're killing the momentum and energy that you build up in your audience, and not in a good way. There's ebbs and flows to every show, Jay. Yeah, absolutely, but that's not the right ebbs and flow that you want in your show. So AEW is my mush.
All right.
Again.
But he's going to keep watching.
All right, those are our Mount Rushmores and our.
You know what the definition of insanity is? Do the same thing over and over again with expecting a different result.
I know, man, and you're absolutely right. It's on me. I shouldn't be doing it to myself every week, but at the same time, like, there's so much more potential and promise that they could be doing, to where they should be light years ahead of where they're at right now. And it's just frustrating in that regard. So I'll pause there. But anybody that want to challenge me, come on the show and we'll do a book for booking segment. And I can absolutely outbook Tony Khan any day of the week, twice on Sundays.
All right, let's get into the Slammiversary predictions.
All right. The first Forbidden Door match. Jake Something, Steve Macklin, Mance Warner versus Zilla Fatu, Enzo, and Josh Bishop.
Wait, this is an actual match?
This is a match on the Countdown show.
I didn't think this was a match because Macklin made the challenge for the international title.
It's an official
Is that going to
match.
be is that going to be a surprise on the card with somebody else showing up that I will get into as my other mush of the week this week?
This is what they've officially put out on the card.
Well, TNA guys are going to win, and these three have been beefing. We just watched the triple threat with Macklin, Something, and Warner.
Mm-hmm.
They're beefing. What are you putting them together for?
They're going to come together because Enzo's talking shit. That's why.
Yep. Which did not understand this at all.
They're going to win and then fall apart again. Jake
Impact's live on Thursday, so that's where it'll get bumped to.
Hey, listen, anything to get more eyes on Zilla Fatu, I'm here for. So just pencil him into the Bloodline season 19. We're on season 13 right now. So we got a couple more seasons to go before he gets caught up. But yeah.
Steve, you just gave it right there. His last name's Fatu. He ain't losing.
Drew told us that. Yeah. Jake's up and Macklin more.
All right. We'll get into one of the other matches that got bumped to the Countdown show. The TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship, the Elegance brand versus the Inspiration.
Yeah, I'm super swole that they bumped this to the pre-show. I mean, I get it in a way because you can get more eyes. You can't even get more eyes because it's not like the pre-show that used to air on USA before WrestleMania. It's like
it's all on YouTube though, and socials.
Yeah.
So,
but this was hot and heavy, and they shot a great angle with it, and it's something that it should be on the main card, especially if you're doing the title change.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Inspiration.
I don't think you're changing the title on the Countdown show. Give me Elegance brand. Elegance brand.
Give me the Inspiration. Love those girls.
I'm never going to choose the Elegance brand, so Inspiration.
That's hate.
Yeah. All right, moving on to the main card. We got Dark State versus The System and Matt Cardona.
Saw this
Long Island, so.
Yeah. Saw this play out.
4-on-4.
Good. Yeah, damn.
Welcome to wrestling.
Played out the last several weeks. With the run-ins and the beat-ups, smash-ups. Give me The System and Matt Cardona.
Yep, I'm gonna go System and Matt Cardona also, just because it's NXT pay-per-view. TNA pay-per-view, NXT winning.
I'm never picking Zack Ryder. Give me Dark State.
His name is Zack Ryder.
I knew exactly that was going to be your response.
Wait, wasn't you cheering for him at the TNA?
No, What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I saw you.
Okay.
I saw you. You were able. The left arm that you were able to move since the right arm was pinned. The left arm you were able to move. I saw you go woo, woo, woo.
Yeah, okay.
You know it. I heard it.
Yeah,
That and Hardy's. You popped the ladders for those two. That Cardona and Hardy's.
It's Long Island. Cardona ain't losing. It's just them in Cardona. All right, move on to Tessa Blanchard versus Indy Hartwell.
I love the story they're telling between these two. Indy was on Busted Open this week and had a really good interview and talked about the real life best friendship that they used to have, that they're no longer friends, which shocking. Somebody that used to be friends with Tessa is no longer friends with her. But she said she was really looking forward to this match, and I think these two have potential to have a dark horse, plus 1,000 odds of having match of the night, given how good Tessa is. And I think Indy is underrated. So looking forward to this. Give me Tessa.
Give me Tessa. I feel like Alicia Fox is somewhere in the play in this.
You mean Victoria Crawford? Get her name right.
Real name. I wasn't paying that much attention.
Yeah, give me Tessa with shenanigans.
I mean, this is a show up, show out match for Indy, right? Her first big match in TNA, so this is gonna
really arguably her first real big singles match outside of winning the NXT title. She's always been part of a tag team or in a group, so see what she does out on her own.
I would expect Tessa to win, but give me Indy. I'll change it up there. Jason's match of the night right here. The 4-way ladder match for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. Nemeths, Rascals, Hardys, and First Class.
I was hoping you were going to say JC. No. Okay.
Should I change that on here? This bullshit?
I'm going to go first. Hang them up. Go to Boots or the Wire with the jerseys. Don't put them in rafters. They don't deserve it, but send them out. Get the Hardys out of here.
They just got voted the greatest tag team of all time.
I didn't vote. Nemeth to win.
And that's what you was saying during their talk too at TNA. He was the one screaming, "Hang him up!"
Now, is this for is the career is the career part of the stipulation in this, or is this just
that's what they said on? I mean, they did. I don't think it's officially part of the stipulation, but they said if they don't win, then they're gonna hang it up. So I think it's a storyline, but
the Rascals, is this going to be? This is Myron Reed and Wentz, right? Because I think Trey's out with a sports hernia, so potential there. I'm gonna stick it and keep it on the Nemeth here. I think this might be the Hardys' last match in TNA, and they go back and get one last run in WWE.
We just saw what happens when you get one last run.
Give me the Nemeth to retain.
The Hardys are going to be climbing the ladder for that title, and First Class is going to push them off. First Class.
If Top Dollar brings his big ass up onto a ladder and grabs those belts down, you want to talk about the heat that'll be generated with that win. I may as Chaos Chaos Theory, give me that just for the sheer internet reaction of Top Dollar with a tag team type championship. But
look, the ladder in this match better be that Robert Morris ladder that they pulled out to climb on the show.
What you call it, the Harbor Freight?
That almost broke multiple times. All right. Moving on. Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander.
I know, Chris, this is your match of the night, probably. The match that you're probably most looking forward to on the card itself. Ali, again, just because he's been on Independence and everything else, I mean, his first run in TNA, I don't think he had a bad match.
No.
And gimmick-wise, it's one of my favorite gimmicks in pro wrestling. I think these two will cook, absolutely. Give them time. You'll have, Ali, Speedball, Mike Bailey type match where everybody's talking about that versus what else was on the card. Give me Ali for a win here.
Give me Cedric. Get him started somewhere. Ali doesn't need to win.
Babyface got to climb the mountain, Jay.
Give me Ali, just so you get all the heat. Still all the heat.
This is Ali hasn't beat Cedric yet. Yeah, they only had the one match, but that's the story going into this. So give me Ali with the win, and this is his build to go towards Bound for Glory to challenge for the TNA Championship.
Oh, you're calling that shot?
He book it.
That's
you get turned on and lose.
Oh, he's not turned on. Oh well.
Oh, you're talking about Cedric.
Yeah.
You're talking about Cedric. Yeah. Hey, yeah.
God damn.
Should have joined the Hurt Syndicate.
Could have been a bodyguard.
All right. Next up, the X Division Championship: Moose versus Leon Slater.
I listened to Leon Slater on Busted Open this week. I fully expect him to win and become the youngest X Division champion of all time. I need him and Javon Evans in a ring ASAP. I spoke about having Moose and Oba touch and the lightning and excitement that was when those two big meaty men stepped up to each other and slapped meat together. I need Leon Slater and Javon Evans to do the same thing, just jumping, bounciness and everything else up in the skies like a Dragon Ball Z fight. So give me Leon Slater with the win, and hopefully he fights Javon Evans at some point in time with this NXT crossover.
Give me Slater.
Steve, I love the anime reference. No that. But yeah, give me Slater. Moose had the title long enough. It's time for some new blood.
They definitely been hyping this up for Slater.
Yeah,
you guys know I'm a big fan of his, and give it to Slater. Let's see what he can do with this title.
Plus, you got the push from the Hardys, so you already know.
One of them winning. And not picking home, so.
All right, up next we got title versus title: TNA versus NXT, Masha versus JC.
This is the one match on the card that I have been thinking about and have gone back and forth for like 2 weeks now. How they book this? What do they do with it? Do you have another NXT person win another TNT heavyweight championship? Because we saw it with Trick already. Do you really put 2 belts on JC Jane? She looked weaker than a stick figure on Tuesday night with the way they've been booking her. I hate it. Outside of her talking smack on the other members of Fatal Influence, she looks like one of the weakest champions ever. Give me Masha. Shake it up. You got Trick winning the TNA championship. Let Masha win the NXT title. And you can have her defend it and drop it at Heatwave. So give me Masha. I don't see TNA acquiescing or WWE not giving a get back. Here, you did the favors once. You did the favors once. We'll do the favors for you.
Yes.
I initially thought Masha, but then you had a little, how Vince books. Well, You get the fight, you get the win on the thing, you're losing on the SmackDown,
Mhm.
or you're not the SmackDown, you lose on the pay-per-view. So I'm thinking JC, and because I don't think their breakup happens yet. So I don't think, and I doubt it'll happen at Slammiversary. So the breakup has to come, but I think she'll be double champ by then, and it's either going to be Grace taking it off of her, and then being your TNA and NXT Women's Champ.
I'm gonna go Masha with the win because yes, there are women down in NXT right now, but with Jordan and Blake being in a feud together, they don't have that next person, below them to take that step up. Plus, Fatal Influence have to go through their breakup, and you don't need a title with them going through their breakup. And let's see what Masha could do as double champ. And this is a chance for NXT, WWE, to maybe pick another person off of the TNA roster, just like they did Jordan. So, let me see.
I'm sure Jordan's advocating for it too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with Masha as well, but I think it's a little bit easier to do TNA as an NXT champion with NXT being live every week compared to the vice versa that we've seen with with Trick being the champion, and if he drops the belt tomorrow night, at least they're only taped through this past week's episode. So that's kind of the hiccup there with with TNA. So if you do it, say Masha is at least double like the dual champ through Heatwave, we'll see how that lines up with TNA tapings. But yeah, give me Masha for the win.
Actually, I'm changing my prediction. I got a DQ.
Nobody wins.
Nobody wins.
Everybody's
DQ.
on the outside. So
DQ, but I have Tessa causing the DQ to set up Tessa and Masha at Bound for Glory.
okay.
So give me the DQ finish. No title changes across the board here.
So, safe on both sides.
All right. And the main event, the TNA World Championship, Trick, Joe, Santana.
This is for the Berwickwa Bronx Bomber Mike Santana becoming TNA World Heavyweight Champion tonight. Confetti, crowds going crazy, dropping confetti, the whole 9 yards. And as soon as he's in there, standing there with the championship belt, you hear, I am. And the Phenomenal One comes out to stand across the ring from Mike Santana face to face as they fade to black. Because nobody knows what AJ Styles is doing on this show.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to challenge Macklin because Macklin put the open challenge out there for the international belt. So if he's fighting on the pre-show, unless he's pulling double duty tonight,
I doubt that. Because the card's already stacked for a 3-hour show with whatever the AJ appearance is going to be.
But that was my other mush this week. Was Sean Ross Sapp and TNA spoiling AJ's return.
Like always.
Confirming it before the show. People were like, oh, they needed to move tickets, blah, blah, blah. They had the most seats sold for any TNA pay-per-view of all time prior to them announcing AJ.
Not all time, but
you took away the moment.
Another.
You took away the moment. People were like, what do you mean you took away? They didn't squash it. Imagine if WWE would have said, hey, at the Royal Rumble, AJ Styles will be there.
You lost the holy shit moment.
Instead of having a moment that lives in time. Arguably the biggest return to a company ever. Based on what that man did in TNA for his career, what he's done since, being arguably the greatest in a generation or of all time. You can put AJ Styles in that category and in those arguments. He's now coming back to TNA after 13 years? 2012 was the last time he was in TNA. And you have Sean Ross Sapp being a mark of marks. Oh, hey, Carlos Silva, is AJ Styles going to be there? Well, yes. Thank you for asking. They both ruined it. Like, I'm in professional wrestling because I love wrestling, but I also love the surprises.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what makes it.
And you had the chance to deliver arguably the biggest surprise in your entire company's history by having your prodigal son return after over a decade. Oh, well, the pop's going to be there regardless. No shit, it's AJ Styles, but can you imagine the way that building would have erupted if you don't announce it?
Yeah. And Steve,
well,
you already said it, but they better use this TNA theme.
They're nuts. Yeah. I need I am to hit on the speakers. But can you imagine if they didn't announce it? I don't care where you slot them on the show. But you don't announce them and we have that theme hit?
Pandemonium.
Bro.
Mm-hmm.
Greatest return of all time right there. Chills, goosebumps. Where were you at when Kennedy got shot? Where were you at when AJ Styles returned to TNA?
All right, limit it to one shot of espresso from now on, all right?
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
It ain't up there. Mark down there.
Yeah, that was my other mush of the week.
Give me Santana.
Same. I'm going Santana. Trick did his job coming from NXT to TNA and did everything he needed to do.
I agree. Trick did the job, but I don't think it's going back on Hendry. So, I mean, imagine how people will be pissed if Santana loses.
Trick come back.
Don't pull that again like when you had Joe Hendry lose.
Yeah.
Last year's Slammiversary that we all watched together. Like they didn't have him win. You had Nick Nemeth win?
Terrible moment.
Don't run it back again. Yeah. Give the fans what they want. They want Mike Santana.
You have a chance to deliver here, so yeah.
All right. Those were the predictions for Slammiversary this Sunday.
I am.
Let's get into the game real quick.
Oh, can we make the font any smaller? Jesus.
The font's got to be small because the 12 fucking things on it.
All right, so this is from Bleacher Report, and they came up with the 50 most important title changes in WWE history, and I did the top 12 just because number 12 was important, and we just had to talk about that. So let me go down the list real quick for the viewers, for the listeners. Number 12, Mankind wins the title in the Monday Night Wars. 11, Hogan over Savage, WrestleMania 5. Ivan Koloff over Bruno Sammartino, ending the longest streak ever. Edge cashing in Money in the Bank over John Cena. Number 9. Number 8, Warrior over Hogan, WrestleMania 6. 7, Iron Sheik over Bob Backlund, ending the second longest streak. 6, Bruno Sammartino over Buddy Rogers, starting his streak. 5, Stone Cold over Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 14. 4, Shawn Michaels over Bret Hart, the Montreal Screwjob. 3, CM Punk over John Cena, Money in the Bank, 2011. 2, Shawn Michaels over Bret, The Boyhood Dream, WrestleMania 12. And number 1, Hulk Hogan over Iron Sheik, where Hulkamania begins.
Where's finishing the story at?
Yeah, that's what I was saying, buddy. You don't got Cody out there? Cody over Roman?
You want to talk about breaking streaks in this list?
Yeah. And the longest streak in modern era.
The longest.
The longest streak in modern era.
Oh, modern keyword.
Cody beating Roman is not on here, and that's criminal.
Yeah, that should have been up there, definitely in the top 10. Definitely.
Now, did they have any criteria as far as like what they mean by most important title change?
No.
When was the list created, Donald?
When was it created? I think
Was it around that, or was it older?
Top of my head, I will look up it right now, but I didn't see anything criteria wise. Yeah.
Like Punk and Cena number 3, no.
No.
Like we were talking about that earlier. I think that's just rated too high.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a no shit moment, but not history moment right there.
Why is Hogan over Savage?
I don't even know why that was even up there.
Mankind should be higher up, just based on the impact that had, and that was the changing of the guard in the 83 weeks in the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was the gotcha, we're going to ruin your finish, and everybody left Nitro, and that was the beginning of the end for Nitro. Like, so that definitely needs elevated based on importance.
Like, I love number 2, but I don't know if that's number 2.
I got it right here. This list was made in 2018, so this is a old list.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, when we're doing debate this and other things, can we pull stuff that's not 6 years old? I expect that from Jason, but not from you, Donald.
I get updated list, buddy. I get updated list.
The whole thing I was looking for was important title changes in wrestling history, and nobody had like a decent list of like all the promotions together. So this was the closest one to like a decent list.
I as much as we bury the HPI on this show, as far as importance in wrestling, Hulkamania begins. We don't have wrestling as we know it without that title change. So for me, I would leave that at 1. Everything after that can be
up for debate,
thrown around, depending on what's what. Stone Cold over Shawn Michaels at 5, but I think Stone, I don't. That's everything else is up for debate. I'll keep Hogan at 1, and Mankind outside the top 10 is insane based on importance.
They're saying Hogan over Savage because it was the greatest story ever told WWE at the time.
That greatest story, but not title change. It wasn't
it was just Hogan getting his 4th title, basically burying Savage, heel run.
Yeah.
Would you put Seth on here? Seth's cash in?
No, to me cash in wise, is it arguably one of the greatest cash ins and moments? Yes, but title change, no. It's like, what did that title change do?
Edge cashing in, that changed the game. So I get that.
That was the first time.
Yeah. So I threw it in ChatGPT real quick. Hogan over Iron Sheik is still number 1. This number 2 doesn't make sense. They list Bret Hart versus Ric Flair. Like,
who's not in the top 10, and I'd be curious to see if it was even in the top 50. Where's Ron Simmons beating Vader for the first ever
that's
Black
not WWE.
Yeah, that was WCW.
Yeah.
Oh, this was strictly a WWE list?
WWE. Yeah, this is WWE list.
That's what Paul was saying. He was trying to find it overall.
I was trying to find a list of an overall.
Well, to expand conversations.
Okay.
That needs to be in the top 5.
I'd take Sheik over Backlund out for the second longest streak. I don't know why heels winning don't really.
Yeah, especially whenever that was only done to put the title on Hogan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got,
how many of these were done to put the title on Hogan? I think Shawn over Brett was to put the title on Hogan.
If you talk about long-term storytelling,
surprised you don't got Hogan beating Yokozuna at WrestleMania 9 on this list. If we're talking about important title changes. Yeah, Hogan at 1. Everything else we could get into at a longer conversation. Mm-hmm. But if you're adding outside other promotions, I think number 2 is I would say I would actually put Ron Simmons over Vader at number 2.
Okay. That was big time. That was.
Kofi winning at Mania would be on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think if there's any other like
With wrong killings of Ken Shamrock, NWA, TNA.
that's another one from an importance factor. Cody and Roman would be on
Cody
here
Roman
too.
will be, yeah.
Just gotta do an updated list.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, DJ, we are not talking about those two based on what came out this week and how those two ended up in my timeline again this week. So
We talk about Cherry.
I'm glad I didn't see it, so that's I don't know what it is about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're even talking about there.
All right. Any quick hitters from anybody, real quick?
I know we're an hour and 30 into this.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I have anything that actually is worth bringing up. Well, talk about the takeover of TKO as the company in WWE truly is just non-existent anymore. Did you see the severance package change that TKO implemented now?
Welcome to corporate America. I mean,
Yep. So the previous severance policy WWE has was that you would get 1 month's pay for every year that you worked at the company. TKO said, we're not paying that out, brother. You get the standard 2 weeks per year that every other corporation gets. So that has killed morale even more within WWE on the employee side of things there.
Do you miss a PKM now?
just gonna walk out with it. Are you not entertained? I'm good.
Just checking one other spot.
DJ, we'll come back to the question because I need to put some thought into that. Fantastic Four, since it's coming out, do you have a Fantastic Four and a Doom from wrestling?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that was the question. I just saw if I got a Fantastic Four fan question. If you want to touch on it,
yeah, it was earlier. He said make a Fantastic Four team with a Doctor Doom since the movie's coming out.
Okay,
I can get it reverse. Death Riders and Hangman.
I mean, the reverse is a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
You have the four horsemen, and Dusty, right?
Uh-huh.
Jason, you got a game next week. There you go.
There you go. A day after the release.
Yep.
Yeah.
That I'll have to put some thought into.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. No more quick hitters.
Send it home.
That's it. All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to episode 248. Break time yet of Dumbmarks Podcast. Follow us on all of our socials at Dumbmarks Pod. Hit up the merch at prowrestlingtees.com/DumbmarksPod and Spotify. Like, listen, and follow. And for the quote of the week, it comes from Street Fighter. Victory is beautiful, and so am I. Until then, next weekend,
Shit.
Kenichi Wakari saying, and fuck the Dave Square.